Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So we got something from Let's Resin today. Thank you so much, Let's Resin. So we're going to be making what's in this box first. So I'm going to show you what's in this box first. And you guys know I love my little skulls. So this is a 4-piece skull mold, and I already have some ideas for this one. So we're going to make these probably on the next video. So you have 4 different sizes, and you get a little baby one. So we are going to make these on the next video. I got a bug in here that's bugging me. Where did you come from, bug? Get. All right, so we're going to put that back in its box. And I'm going to set this aside because that's going to be tomorrow's video. This is what we're doing. This is a brand new mold. And I did open it because I needed to get like an idea of how it was going to pour it. So it is, look at this adorable little ghost with a little pumpkin on its hat, on its head. So we're going to pour this in like a white sparkly. And then I'm going to do something with that after. So this takes 9.9 ounces, so I'll mix up 10. This one's going to be in the white, and I'm just going to use the regular epoxy resin by Let's Resin. And look at this adorable, oh my goodness, kitty cat. So I am going to pour this in the Let's Resin black epoxy resin. So part A is colored in black, and then part B is clear. So we're going to pour this one in black because I want my cat to be black. I'm going to do something different with the hat, so the hat's obviously going to be black as well. But I'm going to try using the regular mica powder to color the pumpkin. I've never used their regular mica powders to color, the resin, and then do it with black. But they don't have any intense, like, orangey colors. So, I'm going to try this. Worst case scenario, we will have to paint this afterwards, but that's okay. And then, we'll dress the little bugger up. So let me grab some gloves, and I'm going to get my resin mixing, and I'm going to use the Let's Resin mixer. I love this thing. So I'm gonna do this one first. And this one takes, right here. This one takes 8.5 ounces. So I'll probably just mix up 10, just to be on the safe side. And I forgot I wanted to finish pouring this the last time. So we will finish pouring this with one of the colors. I don't even care which color, I want to get it finished. So let's go ahead and get some black mixing. And while that is mixing, then we can color our little pumpkin here. All right, do I have a cup that tells me what? So I just ordered a new, the containers, because they have one that's the same size as this. So I just ordered them because this one is getting pretty yucky, and I forgot to clean it out one time, so it's got, you know, like dried resin in there, and it's, yeah. So we're gonna use this for the next batch of resin we're gonna mix. All right, so 8 ounces is 240. So yeah. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna pour the resin in here, and we're gonna scoop it in there, just so that I can make sure that I, so we do 9. I'll just do the 5. We'll do 5 and 5. All right, so we are going to pour to the 5 ounce mark. Oh. Man, I've been so klutzy lately. All right, so we're gonna pour that into here. And I'm gonna use my spatula to scoop everything out. Have you guys seen the new sanding and polishing tool that Let's Resin has? That is going to be epic, because I know when I just sanded one of my failed projects, it took me a long time, and I didn't get my bottom completely square because I was having to hold it instead of having something to push it up against. So yeah, I'm anxious to try that. All right, so we've got our black in, and let's get our clear, and then we'll get this mixing. All right, so we're going to pour this in here. Okay. All right, so, and I've got my bigger paddle on. Let me just wipe this. So we're gonna lower it. So guys, I've got a discount code in the description below for these products. I will also link the link for these new molds as well if you want to get yourself one and save yourself a little bit of money. All right, so we're gonna just turn it on, and it automatically went to my setting 4 minutes, and it will shut off when it is done. So I'm just gonna move this back so you still can kind of see it. And I will, you know, periodically move my jug around in my paddle. All right, so let's get this. And let's see. What am I gonna use? I have got, let's try this new brush that we got. And hopefully I don't have a ton of cleanup. So what I'm gonna try to do, I don't know if this is gonna work, but, no, that's too big. Just gonna try, and we're gonna try and put that in the bottom so my cleanup will be minimal. You can see how I got that in there. And then I can just pull this out and I'll only have a little bit of cleanup. I won't have like all the way down in the cat. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but that's what we're gonna do. Alrighty. And I'm gonna try and lean it sideways so that we don't hopefully get too much in there. And I hope this works. Oh no. I think my battery. It's almost done. And I like it because it's that charger thing, I mean the mixer is cordless. So far so good. This is seems to be working pretty good. I've only got a little bit of cleanup in the toes. And this brush is amazing. This was Happy Mail, and I love it. All right, so look at that. We've got very little cleanup to do. All right, so I'm just gonna raise this up and let this start dripping. While I clean up this. So I made a nice macaroni salad for dinner. I got my vacuuming done, my laundry done. It's been a pretty productive day. Now, if I can get these made without any mishaps, that will be even better. I hate it because it seems like every time I'm trying to do something for a company, I screw something up. I don't know if it's because I get nervous and I'm trying so hard, you know, to have it come out perfect, that I end up sabotaging myself. I don't know. All right, so I'm just gonna get that little bit. So yeah, that paper towel trick worked really good, guys, because I have got and I just got to touch that one little spot there. Look at that. Cool beans. All right, so I'm going to throw these out. Clean this up. And we are going to scrape these petals. And then I'll wipe most of the extra off, and then I'm going to spray them with alcohol and then re-wipe them. Alrighty, and we'll put that in there, and that is ready to use next time. Alrighty, I am going to stir this just to make sure that we got everything mixed in there. And I don't think we're going to have any bubbles. I'm not seeing any. I really should run it through the debubbler, but it looks really, really good. So we're going to just chance it, guys. All right, so I'm getting some down in the head. And I'm going to pour, like, fill up the head part. And we're going to, and the mold is clear, so you really can see if there's any bubbles. And it looks good so far. All right. There's not like a lot of places. Hang on, I just want to pinch the nose here a bit, because it doesn't look like there's really any areas that is, gosh, I hope that orange shows. All right, so before I do want to just move this back. All right, so that looks domed. Seems like it's leaning, so let me That's not quite heavy enough. All right, hang on here. I don't want this to fall over backwards. Okay, there we go. That is looking good. All right, so we have got some black left. So let's fill our door. All right, so we've got the door filled. I'm gonna move that back and let me see, what do I have? So let's do this butterfly. Because we haven't done a black butterfly yet. So I'm gonna try and just get down in these wings. You know what we should do is try to make this a two-toned butterfly. So if we let that layer cure, then we can finish pouring it on the next video and we'll do a different color on the backside. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so let me just move Mr. Butterfly back out of the way so he doesn't get bumped and banged. And let me see. All right, let me find something to put this black in, and then I will come back and we'll get the white going. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so I have this mixed up. I mixed up 10 ounces. So I ended up pulling out this little teacup that I had sent to me for a Happy Mail. And I was like, well, let's do it. So I still have some black left. So I'm going to, whatever's left, I'm going to pour into the cup. And we are gonna see how that looks. All right, so I need a stick. We're gonna do, I pulled out the white mica powder. I don't use this a lot, so I'm gonna put a bunch of this in so it will give that shimmer. And then we're gonna put some of the Let's Resin Ocean White pigment. And I just do it this way because trying to squeeze these little bottles is torture on its own. So, yeah. So we're going to just mix that up. I do want it to be opaque. I think that is See. All right, let me wipe this stick so I can... And I'll use the other end because I want to make sure that it's opaque. Yeah, I can probably use a little bit more. All right, that should do it. I'm gonna scrape that white paste off the end of my stick. All right, so all right, let's get this little bonhomme poured and see. There's really no like hard areas where, other than maybe a little bit at the stem, but there's no like pinch points, I should say. I will just do that stem to make sure, and then we're just gonna fill him up. And because resin degas is really good, and then these molds, there's really no like trap spots. I didn't run it through the debubbler, and I'll probably kick myself, but we will see. I have faith in Let's Resin. All right. So let me slowly move this little guy back. All right. So we have got, I know it's not going to be enough to fill the cup, but we're going to see if we can get some sort of like a swirl going on here. All right, hang on. Oops. All right, let's pour some of the black. I was gonna try and do it maybe like a dirty pour, but I definitely have more black than I do white. All right, now we'll get the rest of the white. All right, I'm gonna mix the last. I tried to get them so that they were even. Oh, I know you can't really see what I'm doing here. I'm just pouring one into the other cup. And now we are just gonna pour and hope and pray for the best. So because we have a black plate, I figured a black and white cup would work, right? All right, I'm going to scrape as much as humanly possible out of this container here. All right, so I don't know if I'm going to mix up another ounce or not, or we'll pour it on the next project, I think. Yeah, I think we'll pour it on the next project. And that way there I can get all this cleaned up, and because I'm going to have a lot to do on those two, so that way we won't have too many extras. All right, so I will be back when these are ready to demold. I'm going to babysit this for a little bit, keep popping some bubbles. As you can see, they're popping all on their own. And I will be back for demold. Alrighty, guys, these are all cured. And the rest of them we've got to fill up, so I'm not even going to unmold those. Those will be unmolded on the next video. All right, so this is one of our extras. Oh, okay, that came out kind of cute. So I had originally poured the green, and then I just filled it with the black, which kind of gave me exactly what I was looking for in the door, that weathered look. So that came out really cute. All right, so let's do Mr. Ghost. All right, let's get this little bugger out, because I'm thinking he is going to be really cute. Oh, we got a few bubbles under his hands. But oh, look at how cute. He is really, really cute. So we're going to give him a little face, and we're going to do something with his hat. But let's get our pumpkin out. I'm dying to see if the orange stayed orange or if I'm going to have to paint it. Okay. It's not orange, but it's like a gold. I can deal. All right. Now, I didn't think this guy was going to be difficult to get out, but again, we've got the big heads. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness. He's adorable. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. This has got to be one of my favorite molds. Wow, this is adorable. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to do the purple rhinestones on the hat. I do have a little trimming to do on the bottom, but I'm going to wait. So I want to do that. Why don't I give this little cat some eyes? So let me get my white and my black. These are my oil markers. All right, so I am going to color the eyes in. And we're probably going to need 2 coats. So I will have a little cleanup to do, that's fine. All right, let me get the other one. Oh my gosh, this thing is adorable. I will definitely be making more of these. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up. Wipe the white off my finger. Let me get a paper towel here. And all right, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. And then I can go back over and clean that up. Because it's gonna definitely need a second coat. Yeah, that works a little bit better. All right, so let me put a second coat, and then we will oh. All right. So let's let that dry. While that's drying, let's get our little ghost eyes all painted. Okay, we've got one little eye done. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Okay. Okay, so we've got his little eyes. Let me get, I know I've got some little spoons. Right here. All right, so let's get, all right, let's do the stem first. We will get some green on the stem. All right. Oh, oh, sorry, guys. I had to pull my chair in. Is it only me that has to work, like, close to my projects? Or are you guys like that? Let me know in the comments. All right, so we are just gonna kind of go around the outside edge. All right, so let's just kind of give him a little bit of a colored stem. Oh, I gotta be careful, my eyes are still wet. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish that, and then I'm going to switch, and I'm going to do the pumpkin in orange. I will do a time lapse just to save time on the video so I don't completely bore you guys to death. All right, so let me put pick these up because I spilled them everywhere. All right, so I'm going to put you on a time lapse and then I'll come back when they're done. Okay, guys, I got them done. So this is our little ghost. Isn't she cute? So I just painted her eyes and her mouth and gave her a little sparkle and did her little pumpkin hat. So that is her all blinged out. And this is our kitty kitty. So I could have gone over this with orange, but I'm not disappointed with the color, so I'm just going to leave it because I think he's cute. So I put some little bronze claws on the kitty, gave him a little sparkle in his eye, and blinged out his little witchy hat. So yeah, that is our beautiful little mold. I will be doing these again a lot, guys. These are adorable. So don't forget, if you guys want to get them and you want to save some money, I do have a link in the description below. And I'm just going to give this little kitty a little bit of a, little bit of a pink nose. Very faint, but and that is just not wanting to stay. So I guess we're not going to give him a pink nose. Alrighty, guys, let me know in the comments what you think. I will finish trimming the bottoms of these, but I will get some final picks and put that at the end. So have a great day, guys. Bye.